The man stared in shock at the sky. A giant hand suddenly grabbed the side of a mountain, causing the earth to tremble. He could faintly make out a giant on the move. Curious, the man followed. Despite seeing a large group of giants ahead, he wasn't afraid. Instead, he greeted them, asking one of the giants where they were headed, and if he could hitch a ride on their shoulders. It was unclear if the giant understood, but suddenly, a massive hand reached out toward him. Terrified, the man stumbled backward. Thankfully, his fox companion scared off the giant. The man continued his journey across the mountains, heading north. All of this was because of a mysterious game. His name was Gawain, the nephew of the current king. Once, Gawain spent his days drinking and having fun, doing nothing of value. The king had high hopes that Gawain would one day take on responsibility for the kingdom, but the entire royal family saw Gawain as useless. Then, during the king's New Year's banquet, the legendary Green Knight stormed into the hall. Hideous yet immensely powerful, he proposed a game to everyone. The rules were simple. If anyone dared to challenge the Green Knight, and managed to harm him, the knight would give them his axe as a token of honor. However, 1 year later, the Green Knight would return the blow in the exact same way, with the same force, to the challenger. Seeing no one step forward, Gawain, eager to prove himself to the king, jumped over the table and accepted the challenge. The Green Knight spread his arms, inviting Gawain to strike. Seizing the opportunity, Gawain swung his sword and cut off the Green Knight's head. Gawain thought he had outsmarted the game, believing that a year later, the knight would be dead, and unable to seek revenge. But to his horror, the Green Knight didn't die. He stood up and reminded Gawain of the brutal pact. 1 year later, Gawain would have to travel to the Green Chapel in the north, and allow the Green Knight to return the favor by beheading him. Gawain was terrified, realizing that in his bid for glory, he had signed his own death warrant. Yet, Gawain's bravery earned him widespread praise. His heroic deed was celebrated in every corner of the kingdom. As the year passed, Gawain, now the king's nephew and a national hero, knew he had to fulfill his promise. Before his departure, his mother prepared a magical belt for him. Wearing it would ensure his survival. When the Green Knight delivered the fatal blow, Gawain mounted his great steed, and set off on his fateful journey.